The story is in the front of our eyes. A person, he came to you and he said to you, my brother, not even him, his stomach is hurting him. How in the world, Muhammad, he said to the man, drink honey? How he knew that the honey is a solution? Was that inspiration from Allah, or was his guessing?
Look, first we end the urine camel.
This is the same. We're talking about medicine. No, we did not change. Don't worry. We will go back to the urine. We are talking about how Muhammad, he knew that this is a medicine. So when Muhammad, he said to a man, drink urine or drink honey, is that inspiration from God, or this is his own guessing? I want a clear answer.
Yes, Prophet Muhammad didn't say to every sick, go and
this is not the question, Dr. Rohi. This
and
is not the question. That is not the question. The question is, when your prophet, he said to a person, go drink honey or go drink camel urine, is that his own guessing that this is a solution, or this was inspiration from God?
Yes, from a solution. Yes.
From what? Inspiration.
It is a medicine for sick. When he
No, this is not the
ordered to
question.
the
This is not the
man
question. This is not the
eat honey.
Dr.
To eat
Dr.
honey.
Rohi, I don't know why you are not answering. This is not the question. The question is, when Muhammad, he said drink honey or drink camel urine, was he told that by Allah, or it was his own idea, thinking that this will be a good solution? Is it from Allah or from him?
By Allah, by Allah.
Thank you very much.
By Allah.
Guys, he just said that the one who told Muhammad that is Allah. So that must be true. Okay. How this guy, he keep coming to Muhammad, and his belly, his brother Billy is getting more worse and more worse. And then your prophet, he said to him, your brother Billy is telling a lie, and Allah told the truth. Read with me carefully. Allah has spoke the truth, and your brother boys are wrong. Have you ever heard of somebody saying that? He claimed that when he said to the guy, drink honey, Allah told the truth. So you are right. He claimed that this is inspiration from God. All right. So now the guy is getting worse. What if somebody have diabetes? Maybe he have a diabetes. How Muhammad, he tell the guy without even asking him where, how, what happened? Right away, the guy, he came to him. He says, I have a stomach. My brother, he have a stomach pain. He said to him, drink honey. What kind of doctor the doctor is?
As the honey and honey, is this come in the Quran that he said to the man go and drink
this is the
honey?
hadith. This is in the hadith. This is Sahih Muslim, hadith number 2217. You know, but it's the same, my friend. Like as an example, in the Quran, you say that your God Allah is a Lord. How Allah in the Quran, he makes such a mistake? The Quran claim that the bees, they eat the fruits. Is that true?
It is as to me, it is not a true hadith. As to me, it is not a
Why
true
is it
hadith.
true? Why is it true? No, it says it true. It is true. It is true. You are just, you know, sorry. I don't wanna say a word will upset you, but this is true. Look with me in the Quran. What it says that Allah, he said to the Quran in chapter 16. If you go to chapter 16, it says, chapter 16, verse number 69. Allah, he said to the bees, go and eat from the fruits. Do the bees eat from the fruits?
Okay, my friend, with this in another topic. Now I will go.
No problem. But this is not another topic. But I'm showing you that your God Allah can't be God, because God, he should not say go and eat from the fruits. Bees don't eat from the fruits. Bees, they go and they bring the nectar, and in the same verse it says that, and there is the honey is issue from their bellies. So your God, he think that the honey of the bees is their poo-poo, and we are not eating their food, we are eating their poo-poo. So they go and eat fruit and they poo-poo honey, but the fact the honey is their food. They don't eat the fruits. This is why I am mentioning all those things to you. So you failed, Dr. Rohi, sadly, to tell us who is Allah, or what you said to us, he is something. Who is he? You do not know. You said he is a Lord, you cannot prove it. You said he told us about himself. There's no proof that he taught anything about himself, because obviously he said things doesn't make sense. And then he teaches wrong information. How the baby is created from the backbone and the ribs. And your prophet, he explained, he says whoever come first, the baby will resemble the parents. And then we find him, you speak about honey and camel urine. Everybody knows that urine is an acid, it will destroy your livers. Everybody knows that honey is very useful if you use it correctly. You don't give it to everybody. What if somebody have diabetes? He will die in a week. This is not a person who is inspired. A person who say that God said that he ordered the bees to go and eat from the fruits, and their honey is their poo-poo. The honey is not the poo-poo, is not their dirt. It is their food. Honeys is what they eat. They don't eat fruits. Thank you, Dr. Rohi, for calling. Feel free to call me anytime you wish.
Thank you. We will debate about this in the coming week, inshallah.
No problem.
Thank you.
Take care.
My
Good night,
friend.
my friend. Good night. Wish you the best.
Good night. Good night.
Okay. All right. Oh boy. After how long we are talking? For how long we are talking now? Almost an hour and 45 minutes. Is it? Anyone get the answer what Allah is? Nothing. After all of this, what we learn? Nothing. Who is Allah? We came with zero, we left with zero. This is why it's very stupid to be a Muslim. They don't even know who's Allah. They have no idea who is he, what he is about, how he look, where he live, what he say, what he did not say. Oh, what they say to us that Muhammad he heard. What Muhammad? Where Muhammad he heard that camel urine is medicine? This is something the Arab they used to practice before Islam, and Muhammad he isn't ignorant. He just copied from them. If this is the guy who have a PhD, what about the guy who have high school? And supposedly I am the one who don't have a PhD. Do you think, guys, I deserve to have a PhD? I wanted to study, to be honest with you, to get a PhD, but then I contacted, and I found that it's very expensive. And I said to myself, it's a piece of paper. I mean, this is really stupid. I will spend all this money for a piece of paper. I'm not going to do that. And then at the same time, one of you, he introduced me to a university. It's a very good university. And then the guy who said to me he will supervisor me, so be supervisor for me in my PhD, he didn't know much. In fact, a friend, he sent him a video, and he listened to a guy. By the way, he said to me, I was speaking to him in the phone. He said, by the way, he have the same your voice like yours. So the guy, when I give me PhD, is listening to me. He's learning from me. He said, do you know him? I said, no, but maybe. Anyway, PhD. Who is next? Who is next as a Muslim would like to call? Muslims only, who want to tell us who is Allah and what kind of God he think that bees, they eat honey, sorry, they eat fruits and they poo-poo honey. I want to know how this happened. We are bees, we eat fruit and we poo-poo honey. I mean, look at this knowledge, man. They eat fruits and they poo-poo honey. And the Lord told the bees, the Lord, he told the bees to build its cells in hills on trees. and in habitation of men, then to eat all produce of earth. This is not exist in the Quran, by the way. And to find this what. This is fast translation. What produce of the earth? This is why I say to you, when you read Arabic, it's different really from what it says in English. ثم كلي من كل الثمرات, and eat from all the fruits. What the production of the earth? Thamarat. This is the chapter 16, verse number 69, the chapter of the bees. By the way, the Quran is like a zoo. There's a cow chapter, there's a bees chapter, spider, elephant, I mean, you name it. And there's furniture, the chair chapter, you know, very fantastic. Any Abdul? Who is Abdul is going to call me so we can learn a little bit about Allah. Who is Allah? Until now we got zero answer from the Abdul, sadly. Who is Mr. Abdul? He is willing to call us. Mayday, Mayday. We need a Abdul. Anyone? And you know what? I challenge any Muslim, life in front of you, to choose for me any chapter in the Quran, and he challenged me to show him a mistake which is stupid in that chapter. Who want to make the challenge? Anyone? You choose any chapter you wish, from the first page to the last page. Anyone? Do we have anyone? Mayday, Mayday. We need a Abdul. Anyone? No Abdul. Well, not always we got lucky. What we can say, I mean, we have to admit, sometimes we have to wait here for hours in order to get Abdul. You know, sometimes we can get the Abdul easy, sometimes we cannot get the Abdul easy. It's depend in the location of the bees. So can we have a Abdul? Who is the Abdul who want to get the blessing of Allah, the Lord of the world, the God who have a dog, who will eat you if you don't believe in him? And by the way, in case you do not know, the reason Christian Prince he have a gun with him because he's afraid that Allah will send his dog and he will eat him. Allah has a dog. And the guy he said, I'm not going to believe in the Lord of the Star, so Allah he sent his dog and he ate him. Why Allah he don't send his dog to eat me and eat you? So Allah he grow dogs too? Yeah, dogs are najis, they are filthy, dirty in Islam. But suddenly Allah have a dog, obviously. And Muhammad, you see, Muhammad he try always to terrify the Muslims. You remember in the Quran where Muhammad he said that Allah will insert in the anus of the one who don't believe in him, he will insert in his anus a huge chain. Who remember where we can find that? Who remember? Let us see who of you is still young and who of you is still getting older. Anyone remember? This is the point of those things, to make you believe, to force you to believe. He scare you. ثم في سلسلة ذراعها 70 ذراعا فأسلكوا. Chapter 69, verse number 32. So unbelievable. If you don't believe in Allah, brother, a brother and sister, I warn you and I tell you, if you don't believe in Allah, Allah is going to insert a huge thing in your anus. And in Pakistan, we have a lot of thing ready for you. He will do 69 for you. The chapter name, it's a miracle. Even the chapter name is 69. Isn't it? This is alone is enough to prove to us that this is a miracle. Read carefully with me. The knowledge of Allah, who will insert a chain in your anus. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. Please buy Nivea. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. You will need it very soon. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. All right. Where we are now. This is 69:29. Hold on. No, this is 68. I was wondering why it's coming like this. All right. Read with me carefully, please. What's happening? Let us go to the main page. Hold on. Ibn Kathir. I will show you. The amazing, beautiful God. His name is Allah. Okay. Here we go. After you go to the judgment day, Allah will order the angels to size you. They will size you, size him, and fetter him, and throw him in the blazing fire. But hold on, you are not done yet. And then fasten him on a chain, wherefore the length is 70 cubits. Kabul Ahbar said, every ring of it will be equal to the entire amount of iron found in the world. I mean, do you see how big this chain? Every ring of this chain is equal to entire iron in the world. How many billions of tons that will be? Unbelievable. This is all for me. And then Al-Wafi reported that Ibn Abbas, that Ibn Jurayr, the blah 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 said, each cubit will be former's length of an angel. If Ibn Jurayr reported, فَأَسْلِكُوهُ, explain what the word فَأَسْلِكُوهُ mean. Fasten him, it will be entered into his buttocks. Ouch, ouch. I wish I am good in cartoon. I want to make this as a cartoon for adult, and they will play it in a Playboy station. We have a human being, or in the horror station, horror. It will be entered into his buttocks. So now we bring a guy, and then we bring a huge chain. Every ring of it is equal to all the iron in the world. And now the angels are pushing that chain in the buttocks. Bush, brother, bush. Brother, it's so thin. I mean, the chain is so big and his anus is so small. What we can do? Brother, spit there or put some Nivea. So it will be entered into his buttocks and will pull out of his mouth. If. Can I draw? Sure, I can draw. What are you talking about? I am the best artist in the world. Okay, hold on. You see, I just forgot that I am very good in drawing. Okay, this is the guy who don't believe in Allah. I'm telling you, I'm very good. By the way, I have a copyright over this drawing. Don't try it like and sell it in the auction or etc. All right. So this is the guy who don't believe in Allah. All right. Here we have his neck. Here we have his shoulder. We will make his shoulder small so it can fit in the screen. And then this is his bum. His fat. This is his bum. All right. And those are his legs. Then Allah will bring a huge chain. Huge. Big. I mean, really big. Very big and very, very huge. And he will insert the chain in his anus. I'm trying to make the chain small, but the fact that chain every ring will be like here, all of this will go inside his anus, and the angels will be pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and then they will take the chain from his mouth. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel in case you like to learn how to draw. Forget about what we teach here. We will open a special class to teach you how to draw horror movie. Terror. I mean, obviously, this is a good religion and this is true God. And you know, even the Muslims, they went so far in describing for us the size of the chain and the size of the rings of this chain. Look, look, look. It will be entered into his buttocks and pulled out of his mouth. Then it will be arranged on, they will be arranged in the chain, just like luctos. Ooh, barbecue, barbecue. Allah will put us like luctos, and are arranged in a stick, is being roasted. Ooh. Al-Wafi reported from Ibn Abbas that he said it will run into his behind until it's brought from his to his nostrils. Let me see my nose. So Allah will put the chain in the ass, and then he will take it out from the nose. I mean, that's so beautiful and so much imaginary. I mean, who can reject such a religion? And now you have 1 million reasons to believe in the Prophet and to say Shahada. If you are worried about your anus, you better say Shahada. If you are worried about your nostril, you have to say Shahada. If you are worried about these things getting inside you, coming outside you from your mouth, you have to say Shahada. And then they continue in the description. They say, if a drop of lead like this, like what? Like the ring of the chain, and he pointed to the skull bone, were sent from the heaven to the earth, and it is a distance of 500 years. Look, the Muslim, they knew even what the distance is between them, you know. I mean, because Muhammad, he said that Muhammad, he told them the distance between each heaven is 500 years in the camel speed. Do we have any Abdul? There we go. Somebody is going to sue me for breaking his ribs. His wife, she will call the police and they will say, this guy, I have witnesses, he made my husband laugh and he broke his ribs. I know it. Any Abdul? Hello? I'm lying, doesn't say camel speed. Well, Muhammad, when he measured the speed, he measured it by what? When he measured distance, he measured it by what? Do you want me to show you? By the travel of a camel. because those Bedouin, they travel and they say it take us there a month, a year. As an example, what is the distance of the flying carpet of Suleiman? Anyone remember? Who remember the flying carpet of Suleiman? The flying carpet of Suleiman, it goes in a distance of 1 month by morning. ولسليمان الريح عاصفة تجري بأمره إلى الأرض التي باركنا فيها. Chapter 21 verse number 82. What is the distance there it measure the distance with? It is the date of what? Of travel. The date of travel. How long it take to travel to that area? So at that time, what people they used to travel with? Either walking or camel. They are people of the desert. They don't have airplane. So if we go now in the same website to read the tafsir, chapter 21 verse number 81, let us go there. Okay, 81, here we go. Here we go. This is Ibn Kathir interpretation again. This is not my interpretation, so Muslim don't say I'm making things up. I know you. I know you. I know you. Okay. Then you will see here. Where is the story of the wind? Here we go. وَلِسُلَيْمَانُ الرِّيحُ عَاصِفَةً. And to Suleiman we subjected the wind strongly. Ragging means we subjugated a strong wind to Suleiman, running by his command toward the land which we would blessed, meaning the land which Asham, which is great Syria. And of everything we are all knower. He had a mat made of wood, which he would place all the equipment. Hold on, let me fix this thing here. You are not reading the whole thing. Is it better now? I want to be sure that you can see it. Anyway, so he had a mat or a mat made of wood, on which he would place all the equipment of his kingship, horses, camels, tents, and troops. Then he would command the wind to carry it. This is a very true story. My grandfather, he used to own the same kind of carpet, and we used to fly, all of us. We used to go every weekend to Las Vegas. We jump in the flying carpet, we put our donkeys, our the camel, all the Arabian stuff, all the Arab stuff. So was side built, all the Arab needs. As you know, I am an Arab. So like this, what we take with us. Like we know, we would go a trip, we take our side belt, we take C4. I mean, all sandwiches, all the sandwiches. So we take all the kingship with us, and then we jump in the top of the flying carpet, and then it take by noon time the distance of a month. Month of what? Travel by camel. So this guy, he fly to go from a place to place. By noon time he arrive. It's a distance of a month. And he placed in the top of the flying carpet all the army, all his army. Do you see it says the troops, the tents, the troops? It's like a flying city. Literally, it's a flying city. Camels, horses. Actually, I remember we used to take with us, we grow tomato, we grow trees. It's a big carpet, big, huge carpet, very huge. And by the way, what happened when the American they came to our country and they control our country? Those kuffar, they stole the carpet from the front of the door of my father, and this is a true story. If we ask Zakir Naik about the flying carpet of Prophet Solomon, what he will say? Brother Sitter, there is a person, his name is the Christian Prince, and he always make fun of the flying carpet of a Prophet Solomon. And just to show you how ignorant he is, imagine yourself, you are not exist in the year 2018, and somebody told you there is something it's called boing 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 777. You will not believe him because you never saw it. But in fact, it's true. And this is exactly what happened with the Prophet Solomon. He have a flying carpet, it have no engine, it run by wind. And that because Allah is going clean. He don't like to pollute our environment. No alcohol, no fuel, nothing, brother. It's a pure clean wind. And until now, the Western, they are making energy from wind, trying to learn from Allah. Thank you very much. Are you Iraqi? What make me Iraqi? I mean, what's wrong? Every day I have a new citizenship. Sometimes I'm Iraqi, sometimes I'm Lebanese, sometimes I'm Syrian, sometimes I'm Jordanian, sometimes I'm Saudi. شنو هذا عيني. Oh, anyway. So horses, camels, tents, troops, and then he would command the wind to carry it. I love that. Guys, do you know how much money I spent in my last trip? A lot of money. If I have the command of the wind and I can fly in a flying carpet, that will be interesting. That will be so nice. No security check, no passport expired. You land wherever you want, especially because I'm an Arab. Everybody welcome me. The second you say you are an Arab, nobody even asks you questions. Not in the airport. Like in the airport, nobody asks you to take off your shoes or take off your pant or go in the x-ray or go in a special inspection, or they will not check your bags 10 times and you will not find that everybody was playing with your bag. This has never happened to an Arab guy like me. Never. Because we are trustworthy. Very much trustworthy. Unbelievable. And he would go underneath it. He could go underneath it, and it would carry him aloft, shading him and protecting him. What? From the heat. What? Not only you will be in the top of a flying carpet. By the way, here there's something missing in the translation. What they were saying, that when Suleiman he go in the top of the flying carpet, the birds will fly in the top of him to keep him in shade. And you can imagine how much poo Suleiman he used to enjoy. Imagine, like, in order to have shade of birds in the top of me, I have like what, 1,000 birds. How much poo that will do? The bird that poop every 5 seconds. So the birds are covering Suleiman and shading him. And this is a true story, by the way. All those stories are true. If you don't believe in Islam, you better believe now, because those stories can be found only in Islam. So until he reach wherever he want to go in the land. But by the way, before Suleiman, before he got this Boeing 777 carpet, flying carpet, anyone remember what he used to do? How Suleiman used to fly? Anyone remember? Why Suleiman he got the flying carpet? Anyone remember? I'm serious. Why he got it?